Ayinger, Altbarisch, Dunkel.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. I have got one from Ayinger today, and it's alright, I'm not frying an egg, that's the computer doing something, I don't know what. It's one from the Ayinger Brewery that I have tasted before on several occasions. I have got drunk before on several occasions. I make no apology for it. I absolutely love this beer. In an age when everything, to coin a phrase from the craft brew ponces, is hop forward, this stands defiant as being very malt forward, and it tastes absolutely lovely. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to pour it out and say, oh, isn't it lovely, you know, I'm getting this and that. I've drank this on so many occasions. If you look at the channel banner, it's got quite a few bottles of this stuff, and I absolutely love it. There's a German bar around the corner from where I work. Every time I go in there, I may drink other stuff. They get various other German stuff in. I always try out what they've got new, but I always make a point of having a bottle of this, and it's like an old friend, if you know what I mean. It's one of them beers where, you know, you go to work, you have a hard day at work, you know, stressful day, you come out and you think, oh, I want a beer. And you pour your fucking heart out at someone in a bar over a pint of this, and it's just like an old friend. And I thought I'd reviewed it, and in fact I did review it, and I deleted it, and I don't know why I deleted it. It must be my senile old age getting to me, but I'm here now, and hopefully if you're looking at it now, it's gone up and it's been reviewed. This is a dark beer from the Ayinger Brewery. Now Ayinger are brilliant. They are from Bavaria, not from Munich, and they brew some absolutely fantastic stuff. I've not had a bad one yet. I've just reviewed their Doppelbock, the Celebrator. Absolutely amazing stuff. That got a 10 out of 10. Spoiler alert, 10 out of 10. But I want you to know how good this is. And a little bit about the brewery first. They're, as I say, they're based in Bavaria. They're not based in Munich, so they're not invited to sell their beer at the Oktoberfest. So what they do is they set up their own Oktoberfest outside of Munich in the countryside. And to be honest, I'd rather go to their Oktoberfest rather than all the ones in Munich. The ones in Munich are obviously Hackeshaw, Paulaner, I think Weinstefana, I'm not sure, but Paulaner and Hackeshaw definitely. But even though they're Bavarian, they're not from Munich, so they get the Spanish Archer. And if you don't know what the Spanish Archer is, it's elbow. Anyway, let's stop gassing and let's get onto the beer. Onto the beer, yeah. Right, it's a 500ml bottle. It is 5% in the ABV. It contains water, Brauwasser. It's hard water they use. Apparently the hard water in Bavaria really goes well with the beer. And to some extent I can understand that, because the water in Burton-on-Trent is quite hard. It's got a lot of, I wouldn't say impurities, but a lot of what brewers call seasoning, and it makes for good beer. Same in Kent as well. The water in Kent is very it's quite hard. There's a lot of chalk around here, so it makes the water hard, you know. Up in Scotland and up north, the water's a lot softer, and even to the sort of southwest, but around sort of London and the southeast, water's quite hard. It means you have to descale your kettle, which is, in a lot of cases, more interesting than looking at television. Anyway, rant over. Yeah, this is malt, water, and hops, and that's all you need. And the hopping in this is not very forward. So as I say, it is a two-finger to all these modern IPAs, the American hops, and the trendy stuff that's going around now. Right, bottle is open. There is the cap. I think I've showed Ayinger caps on here before, but if you've not seen one, I absolutely love their caps. They're like little paintings on the top of the caps, and I love them. So that is going into the collection, yeah. Sorry, I can't help putting on a German accent when I drink German beer. It must be something in that hard water from Bavaria. Anyway, get it into the glass. Before we get it in the glass, I'm going to have a little sniff. Oh yeah, lovely. Lovely, sweet, smoky bacon malt. I call it smoky bacon malt, but you get the gist. Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely, nutty. To the untrained nose, if you smelt that, first thing that would come, you say, oh, smoky bacon. And that's what it does smell like, you know. To be honest, it does, but there's sort of bit more to it than that. There's a bit of nuttiness to it, sweetness to it as well. But there is definite bacon on that. And who doesn't like bacon? Let's get it in the glass. I'm not sure whether this sort of glass is the right glass. I think I've got an Ayinger glass up here. I just want to show you this, right? Just in case you make the mistake I had. I've got an Ayinger glass, right? Now every time, this glass is absolutely filthy. It needs to go back in the dishwasher. But every time I use this glass, I always have a mishap. You know, either drinking it or spilling it. That glass, I didn't pay for that glass. That was liberated from a German bar somewhere in the UK. I am not going to incriminate myself on the video. Anyway, because there will be consequences, yeah? Right, let's get it in the glass. As I say, I don't know whether this is the right glass or not. On the Ayinger Brewery website, they've got it in a stein. I'm not going to put it in a stein. I've got a 2 litre stein there that's holding all my beer bottle caps, and it's full up to the brim at the moment. So I'm not going to empty out a 2 litre stein to pour in a litre. Do you know what? There's no sadder sight than a big litre stein with 500 millilitres of beer in it. That is a very forlorn sight. There it is in the glass. Lovely dark ruby colour. And this is bottom fermented, so you know, you could say technically it's a lager, a malty lager, and you wouldn't be too far off the truth, but it is dark on the nose. Oh, more of them lovely flavours. But there is a slight sort of metallic-y note to it as well. And I've had this from a bottle yesterday that I was reviewing. I can't remember what it was. Was it the Pilsner? Czech Pilsner? Sainsbury's Czech Pilsner? I can't remember. But yeah, I do get that. But that's not, to be honest, that's not a bad sign. Anyway, let's stop guessing and let's get it down the hatch. Prost, as they say in the fatherland. Absolutely gorgeous. Really is nice. Fair bit of caramel malt on that. Nice bit of sort of biscuit malt to that as well. But predominant flavour is caramel. Carbonation, a little bit abrasive, but that will calm down as it warms up slightly in the glass. But it's lovely, and you're left with a sort of caramel malt finish on it, sweet caramel malt. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're a fan of bitter and you don't like lager, if you're from the People's Republic of Yorkshire, think you'd like this if you were a bitter fan or an ale fan, even though this is technically a bottom fermented European lager. I think you'd like this, because the biggest gripe with, I wouldn't call them bitter snobs or ale snobs, is that lager is, that's changing. That is changing. It used to be really bad a few years ago, don't get me wrong. All the camera lot with the sandals and the beards. Not me. I've never worn sandals. Or have I? No, I haven't. Of course I haven't. Why the fuck would I wear sandals? Sandals are for Roman soldiers and women. Anyone else is a fucking imposter. What was I saying? It was, oh yeah, the camera lot. The camera lot were very much, the darker the beer, the better, and lager was just frowned on. And to be honest, they did have a point. You didn't get many German lagers over here years ago. I think the most exotic you got was Dab. I've got some of that on order. I'll review that when it comes up. That was the Dortmunder Action Brewery. I think it's a Pilsner or a lager of some description. And yeah, the camera lot used to frown on it, and they used to, shy away from lager. But I think if this was transported back then and they tasted this in a blindfold test, they'd really like it. And if you told them that it was lager after they tasted it and praised it, which they would have done, their toes would have curled up in their sandals. I think, anyway. It's lovely. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a sweetness to it that makes it more addictive than a drop of dark chocolate covered in crack cocaine with a little sprinkling of nicotine on the top. That's how addictive it is. Not addictive, how Moorish it is. I've never tried one of them, by the way. I'm just, that's just me making that up. But this is really good. It is, and I've tasted quite a few dark lagers before. And could this be classed as a Dunkel? Yeah, technically it is. I mean, they call it Altbarisch dark, and it is a Dunkel. But, by another name, if you like. And it is one of the best I've tasted. It is my go-to when I'm in certain German bars that sell it, regardless of what they've got, even the Schneider Weiss as well. I will drink some of that, but I will always have a bottle of this because I love it. And it's just brilliant. So what's the verdict? Well, do you need to know? Of course it's a 10 out of 10. It's brilliant. And I wish it was more popular over here, because it would get more people into drinking proper beer, if you know what I mean. They call this a dark lager. To be honest, and this is one of the conversations. I'm going to go on a bit of not a rant, but a bit of a, what would you call it? A bit of an oratory explanation. Let's put it that way. I said to the fella from the Calvors Brewery, Adam was his name, and he was head of the marketing and stuff. I was saying, why don't you just call them dark lagers instead of Dunkel? Your average bod in the supermarket who's a lager drinker, they'll see Dunkel and think, oh, it's some exotic type of ale. If you put dark lager on a bottle, even your ardent Stella drinkers are going to go, oh, I might try some of that dark lager. I've never had it before, and drink it. Now you can call it fucking Helles and you can call it Dunkel if you want, because it's trendy. It's what the craft brewers do. But if you want to compete with the macro brewed lager stuff, you've got. Well, this is just my opinion. Maybe because I'm old. Maybe young kids. Fucking hell, I never thought I'd say this, but maybe younger people. I mean, I'm 50 now. I'm fucking knocking on. I was born in the 60s. So old I am, right? And I think people now are ready for that step to try different beer. The Budweisers and the Stellas and the Fosters and all that. I don't know. I think they've had their course. They've run their time, and people just want a little bit more. I could do a whole fucking episode on the philosophy of all that stuff. I should do, really, shouldn't I? But I'm not going to do it here. Suffice to say, if they called that dark lager. And Sam Smith's, you know Sam Smith's, the brewers, they used to distribute the Ayinger stuff over here. They used to brow the Ayinger brow, which was the lager that they used to do. If you look at I do a review of the Pale Ale, Sam Smith's Pale Ale, amazing stuff. And I do mention their link with Ayinger. That's severed in, I think it's 2006. You can't get the Ayinger brow. But that's what their organic wheat beer is now. I'm sure it is. It must be. It tastes as good. And, you know, that's all they need to do is just do that. And, you know, you could get people into drinking real beer. But anyway, that's a massive deviation from this. This is a 10 out of 10. I urge you to try some if you can get hold of it. Beers, if you're doing it now, it will probably sell out really quickly. But if you can get there and there's some there, get it. And you will love it. And you will snap it up every time you see it. Just like I do. And remember, just like that, beer is working class. Champagne.